Volume on there.
Get the volume on.
It's beer time with Beer Man. Beer and cheese.
Beer and cheese time with the Beer Man.
There was no audio. We were just trying to fill.
We're making the audio for you. Hello, folks.
That sucks. It didn't work. Did you hear it at the end?
Nope.
No.
Stupid problems. Okay. Tweet. All right. Well, all right. So God, mine froze right now. Hey everyone, welcome to Beer and Cheese Tuesday. Very glad to have this awesome panel here tonight. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah. Beer Man. Yeah.
I know. We're waiting for the clapping to stop.
Thumbs up.
I hope we all picked a real good cheese and beer pairing tonight. We'll find out. I was gonna try and maybe do what you were doing the other day, or when we did that the other day. God, I'm lost right now, dude. Yesterday, Multi Mondays, how you did it. I kind of liked how you did that, but I never talked to us beforehand. So we'll just go about and do it the way we've always done it. Yeah. So anyway, let me go to comments. Let me see if anyone's there.
For people watching, no
Is nobody there yet?
It's early.
It's okay. All right, so we'll go around. We'll go around the clock.
Yeah,
we'll start with Eric. Hey, I'm having a heat stroke right now. Cool, man. Let's start this. Damn it. All right, Eric, it's your turn.
Okay, hopefully not a legit stroke. That'll be great. All right. I have some pieces of pepper jack cheese from the Cabot dairy farm people. There you go. And I'm going to pour this beer if we're going to do it the way we did with Multi Monday yesterday, I guess. I'm going to have the Flannel Friday Harpoon. If it wants to zoom in, that says hoppy. It does not want to zoom in. It says hoppy amber ale. It's 5.7%. And at some point, it would say 35 IBUs right below that. Mm-hmm. And this was canned at the end of July for their fall seasonal. Again, hoppy amber ale. I think that's going to go all right with the pepper jack and something with a little bit more bold flavor and a touch of a touch of sharpness, just a little bit. So far you get that dark amber mahogany kind of red color, a little bit of browns in there. You got a nice khaki head. And I don't know if you're seeing any of this bubble action, but there's just a little fine amount of bubbles rising to the top. Looks good so far, my man.
Nice.
Cool.
Do we stick into the regular formula or what's going on here?
Oh, yeah, regular this time. We'll talk about it next time.
Okay, so you want me to
just go ahead and do everything at once, yeah.
Okay.
We don't score, though, until later.
Yeah, all right, very good. Yeah, I'll try that beer then, or give it a smell test.
Sorry.
We're good. Everything's all right. This beer, it's got pale malt, special W dark roasted crystal malt, and roasted malts. Citra, Simcoe, and Cascade is in that one. It's supposed to be a balance between a red ale style and a brown ale style, and that's kind of what I'm getting in the nose. I'm definitely getting toffee and caramel malts. Definitely getting a toasty brown bread quality. There's a little bit of a molasses type note. And there definitely is some citrusy notes to that and some kind of earthier quality, maybe like a pine kind of resin. So, bam, let's try that Flannel Friday. Cheers. Okay, so the beer, even though it's got an ale yeast strain in it, it's like a hopped up Oktoberfest Marzen style beer with a lot of caramel toffee malt and more of a fruitier flavor than a Marzen Oktoberfest. There's definitely a nuttiness to it. There's definitely like a rye kind of spice quality to it. Definitely floral. Definitely it's citrusy. Definitely pine resinous. Definitely. It's got a nice clean. It kind of sours just a little bit when it dries. It's very clean. It's on the low side of medium. Crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. You kind of get left with a little bit of this marmalade jammy kind of a feel towards the end of it in its fruit flavors. So you know what? For 35 IBUs, it's got hoppiness, but it doesn't linger on for days. And I do think that's one of the better Harpoon Brewery offerings if you can get it. I will try it with some pepper jack cheese. Let's see. So it's not really a hard cheese at all. It's sort of between soft and that hard kind of quality. It's definitely pretty creamy for what it is. It's got a nice vegetal flavor from those peppers. It's like a medium plus kind of spice on that one. It's not really, really high spice. You get that. You're getting the taste of the green and the red peppers, and then almost that, what do you call it, red pepper kind of, or like just a pepper kind of like a jalapeno kind of pepper flake on there. There is a little bit of saltiness. There is a little bit of a nuttiness to the cheese as well. So pretty awesome stuff. It's reminding me of like a Monterey Jack kind of meets cheddar with more of the creaminess of a softer cheese. So let's try it with said beer. Cheers. I'm liking that already. Let's see. Okay. So that tones down the sweetness of the cheese, tones down the sweetness of the beer nicely. It brings up more roasty qualities in the beer. And what else am I noticing? I'm noticing more of an amped up kind of a salty sharpness to the cheese that wasn't. The sharpness was there a little bit, but I didn't notice it quite as much until the beer was introduced into the palate. It's just very clean and refreshing kind of quality, and the herbal notes of hops work very well with the vegetal flavors and the spice of the peppers. So far, nothing's really clashing, so I can't really complain right now. I'm gonna sit back, eat some cheese, drink the beer, and give my thoughts some more thought and figure out how to grade this. Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff. Thank you, Beer Man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time with this new. Thank you, Eric.
Hey!
Thomas, sorry, said your first name. Yeah, thank you, man. Miscellaneous Magnets. Cheers. All right, it's all you.
All right, guys. So the beer I got tonight is by Robinson's. It's a collaboration with the band Iron Maiden. This is their Trooper. This is the ESB from Cheshire, England, coming in at 4.7%. The back of the can was actually pretty informative. I'm going to skip most of it and just get to the point. Malt flavors and citrus notes. A unique blend of Bobic, Goldings, and Cascade hops dominate this deep golden ale with a subtle hint of lemon. Don't know. I've been waiting to try this beer. It's been like popping out on the shelf at me, so finally decided to get it. Just check it out. All right, there it is. Bit of a dirty glass. Tried to wipe that thing out. Oh well. What are you gonna do? It's got like a light golden straw. It's like a slight amber hue. There's very small fine bubbles protruding from the bottom of the glass. Head is looks a bit soapy, but it's not rocky. Go for the nose. I mean, it's very, very light. Very light. Just slight citrus, and you get the hops. I was expecting like an explosion hop action to come out of this. Not complaining, but smells like it's going to be earthy and a bit floral. So let's give her a taste. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. I think I just swallowed a whole pepper from that cheese. Ouch. My eyes are watering. So, woo. Anyways, back to the trooper.
It's kind of light. It's not bad. It's just very, very light flavored beer. Let me try and get another horn off of this. All right. Does have a little light citrusy. It's got a little bit of a lemon finish. It's like lightly floral, lightly herbal. Wow. I mean, it's not bad. Drink's really good. It's clean, crisp, refreshing. Cheese I got though. Got some more of that Belvitano, but this is the Merlot one. So there's cheese, black rind, white center. It's definitely a harder cheese. More breaks and crumbles. Not much to say about this cheese. Everybody's done the Belvitano. I think we've covered almost every variant of this cheese that's on the market. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get a nice chunk there with the rind because that's where all the Merlot flavor is gonna be at. So. This one is very dry. Reminds me of like an Asiago or Parmesan. Much lighter than a regular Asiago, but it's not bad. Getting maybe a little wine note, maybe a little fruity ester from the outside rind, but nothing too crazy. All right, so I guess let's try them together. Hey, Michelle. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to sit back and drink some more of this, and I don't know if I'm gonna get too many notes out of this. This beer is kind of, I don't know, different. It's not as robust as I thought it was gonna be, but I don't know. Cheers, guys. Let's check out what everybody else has got. I'm gonna dig into this a little bit more. Yeah.
All right.
Cheers, Miscellaneous.
All right, Alex.
Today, I'm reviewing Life in the Cloud. I never had any of these beers before. And I also have this cheese here too. And I'm going to pour this in a glass and see what it looks like. I think, according to what I read or what I had my brother-in-law help me with, I think it's a fruity beer or something like that. So let's give this a shot, shall we? Pour this in a glass.
So
Smells pretty
it's
interesting.
dry hopped IPA
Yes, dry hop IPA. There we go. Thank you, my friend.
Dry hop.
from Collective Arts.
Collected Arts.
Collective.
All right.
Collective arts.
It's definitely hazy. Looks very hazy. Free finger ahead. Nice bubbles on the top. Nice and frothy. Yeah, kind of like an orangey juice. A little bit lighter. Not. I mean, it's kind of like a New England style, but not exactly, but close enough. But I know that the New England style actually has the kind of like the thicker orange juice look, but it's kind of similar, I think, because I've had them before. Smells kind of like pineapple, I think, or very citrusy, very sweet. I love these kind of beers. Thanks to Bumpy and Brandon and Trish. Got into this stuff. It's amazing. So let's see what this tastes like, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
Cheers to beers.
Yeah, cheers, man.
This panel keeps widening.
Is it doing that every time somebody joins?
Yeah, you have to bring him in, and then
God.
it smells everything. You have to bring it back out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
StreamYard, get your crap together. Alex, how does that beer taste?
It is very tasty. Just like the smell, it tastes exactly what it smells.
Okay.
Very juicy. A little bit of dryness, like I said before, on these beers before. A little bit of dryness, but I would get it again. It's a very tasty beer so far. So I think I'll probably get it again. So let's see what it tastes like with the cheese.
Is it like hoppy
It's good.
or
It's good.
what's
It's good beer. It's good beer. That I've had
It
that.
it actually is hoppy. I like that. It kind of has that grassy, hoppy, juicy feel. I like it.
Life in the clouds.
Damn.
So I like these beers. I mean, again, thanks to Brandon and Trish and Bumpy, I'm on these things.
That's a good
Wasn't
beer.
for
We
them,
get
I
over
wouldn't
here.
eat delicious beers like that.
You got some
right.
American white cheese, right, Alex?
This is American white cheese.
Yeah.
See what it tastes
Processed, as they say in Canada.
There you go. There you go.
processed.
Processed.
So
It's a
good.
process.
like. Good. It's wrapped up in the plastic. Very, very good. Right? Cheese.
It's just
Let's see what it tastes like with the beer.
that's the Budweiser of cheese.
Yeah, that's a Budweiser you can't see through.
When you say that, it just tastes like.
Oh my god. Let him do his
The
shit.
king of cheese.
Very, very good with the cheese. It's not that bad, and I bit into it with the after I drink this. Very tasty.
Looks good, Alex.
So does it complement the cheese or does it make the beer better? Does it make the cheese better or make the beer better?
It makes the beer better. More sweeter.
Right.
More a
Yes.
little bit bitter. I like it. It's very, very tasty. I really like it.
The saltiness and the cheese probably goes well with the IBUs of the beer.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very tasty. You could taste a little bit of hoppiness with it. It's just, and it has a little saltiness to it too as well when you eat the cheese. So, yeah, I'm
So I've
very
had
pleased
cheese-
with.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. Shoot.
That's okay. This is your channel too, bud.
Oh,
It's your channel, you know.
You keep going because you're the spotlight. I definitely will talk after.
That's okay, brother. I like listening to you too.
No.
This collected arts is very tasty. The cheese with the collected arts is very good. I'm really looking forward to drinking more collected arts. Thank God that I have more cans of this. I'm going to review it on my channel. I don't have any collected arts on my Instagram or on my channel, so it's going to be nice to do that. So I'm going to keep sipping on this, eat this cheese, and I have one more piece, and give you all a rating on both things. I think it'll be a little high though because I like it. Thank you.
Awesome. I was
job,
gonna say,
Alex.
that was great. That was great. I was gonna say, like, you know how you get these cheeses, they're kind of salty, or they give you that salty feel, and you want something to wash it down. It's always good. I always found it real nice to have a nice IPA with a nice salty, like a cheddar cheese is always good with an IPA. Did it do that? Did it have that effect with your cheese and your beer, where you wanted to have that beer to wash it down? It was kind of a nice feeling.
Yeah, it has that saltiness. Yes,
Quenching.
it
and-
really does. I'm very.
Nice.
And it gets rid of the quench. It gets rid of the quench. It does it does dry your mouth out with the IPA, but
right.
but it's a dry hop. But I would still drink it because it also has that juicy component with it too. So that's why I look for these IPAs, because I like these juicy IPAs.
Me too.
Hoping I
They're
can.
my favorites.
I'm gonna try to get some. I'm gonna try to get an IPA that's really thick, like orangey juice kind of thick, because I like those as well.
I love those.
So-
yeah, I'm into that. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. We'll go ahead and go to Bumpy here. It's all you, brother. All right.
All right. I'll start off with the beer. Look at that can art. Ghost Town.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Nobody on the street. So this comes from Kettlehead, and it is a barley wine. Comes in at 11% ABV. And when I decided I wanted to do a barley wine, oh, look at all the trash. I just noticed that.
That's awesome.
But when I wanted to do a barley wine, I looked up, hey, what cheese goes well with the barley wine? And it's a cheese I absolutely freaking hate.
Swiss
Blue cheese.
blue cheese. Oh,
So I got this from La Bottega di Belgio. My Italian is probably way off, but it's a gorgonzola, and it's a cow and sheep mixture of cheese with what they say right on the thing is a robust and crumbly blue-veined Wisconsin cheese, twist on blue with ba and moo.
Okay.
And it tells you should serve it with grapes, pears, and fresh bread. I don't have any of those.
And a trash
I'm going
can.
to pair it with a barley wine. So let's go ahead and start with the barley wine. Then I'll open this up, and I'm sure I'm going to have a big old smelly foot in my face.
What?
Dull my senses with 11%.
I'm the same, Bumpy. Blue cheese and I just don't get along.
Yeah, when I went on my honeymoon, not my honeymoon, my anniversary vacation to Vermont, I ordered this beautiful, like I never had filet mignon because it's always so expensive for like a small piece of meat, and I was like, we're gonna indulge, so I'll spend my $40 on my filet mignon, and I got it with gorgonzola because I was like, oh, that sounds good. And I didn't realize it was blue cheese. And I scraped it all off. I scraped all the blue cheese popping off. So I could have paid less. I could have paid less for my filet mignon, but because I was like eating, I'm like, oh God, there's a flavor in here. I'm like, I've had it before. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. And my wife's like,
Dirty
gorgonzola.
Jimbo.
And I'm like, yeah, well, what is that? I don't remember it. She's like, it's blue cheese. I'm like, oh shit. So anyways.
Oh, what a cool beer.
Oh, that's a good looking beer, dude. Damn.
It's like orange.
Yes, so this is actually
That looks real.
where's the color? It's a little bit darker on my end than what's showing up on camera. But yeah, it's this nice copper, almost going into mahogany, but very copper. You can't see through this damn thing. It's I can kind of see on this side anyways. So there is a slight clarity to it. Large kind of off-white head. Almost has a little bit of an orange hue to the head as well. It looks very white once again because of lighting, but if I get it closer, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, that's what she looks like. The aromas on this one, woo, sweet. I'm actually picking up a little bit of pear. This some rich toffee. Very, very sweet. Rich, like toffee or caramel coated bread. That pear note's still there, so it's kind of almost like a. It's like an apple crisp, like a smell, like if you have like an apple crisp, like with the ice cream and the apple crisp on top there. I don't know what it's called really, but done with pear instead of apple. Yeah, very, very. It's a robust smelling barley wine.
Have you had it before?
I've never had this before.
Okay, right.
It's been around in the store for a while. I've been waiting for the barley wines to win on Multi Mondays for the American ones, and it never happened. So I said, screw it. I'm gonna just buy it before this thing's like gone. So yeah, it smells fantastic though. Just going for the first swig. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Bumpy.
Yeah, full body. Kind of a low medium carbonation. Lots of grainy, bready, sweet malt notes in it. A little bit of that pear is still vibrant with a bit of like a grape must type flavor coming up as well. There is a bitterness that comes up tail end. It's not overpowering. It's not taking this over. It's not like drinking, let's say, like a Dogfish Head 120. If anyone's ever had that, it's not bitter like that. But there is a balancing bitterness to this because it is upfront, very sweet with all those rich, bready malt notes and everything. Yeah, a little bit of that kind of caramel toffee type note coming through as well. Once again with the sweetness. The bitterness that does shine through in this, it's kind of on the citrusy to earthy side. So let's open up this Saran wrap.
Cheese. So I've
Cheese
got a cut
with
cheese.
Well,
Cheese.
Cheese. Oh, I think the Saran wrap is becoming one with the cheese. Oh, I got some underneath my fingernail. That's not.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, jam.
Toe jam. All right. I'm going to cut some off this corner here. That is, you can see that.
yeah.
That's got some good blue mold growing there. Actually, it looks like spinach. Good. I'm going to get big muffle.
That's what you pay.
Crumbly.
Brutus.
It's soft, but it is crumbly. Cutting it, it's just kind of flaking off in some parts. All right, so there we go. A good chunk there. Oh, I knew to smell it. Let me.
Oh.
Actually, this doesn't smell bad.
Tastes like hell, but it don't smell bad.
That's a big chunk.
Yeah, it's got kind of a sweetness to it. It's almost like cream cheese with a little bit of a weird toe jam funk. The flavor, there's actually quite a bit of salt in this one. Quite a bit. There's a lot of salt in this. Well, first off, I mean, it's kind of like a creamy mouthfeel. The cheese itself was started off kind of buttery. A little bit of like a nutty flavor, and then there's tons of salt. Tons of salt. I do pick up on some of that funky mold, but it's not like overpowering. This one's not. It's not like the blue cheeses I've had in the past, where it's just like when you smell it, it's like holy crap. Where you eat it, it's like holy crap. The moldiness is very subdued. It's there, but I think like the cheese itself comes through with that kind of, like I said, buttery and nutty flavor. And the salt is way too much. Way too much sodium in this. Actually, let me see. So 340 milligrams of sodium.
Sheesh.
It's almost like I took like a salt shaker to my tongue.
Well, that's cheese for you. A lot of them.
Yeah. I'm almost. I think I'm crunching on salt. Yeah. I mean, so for the blue cheese in this, it's not as bad as I had blue cheeses with the severe total like foot sweat, toe jam, funky stuff you shouldn't be putting in your face. But the salt is just destroying it. The salt is way too much. All right, let's try to pair this with the barley wine.
I don't know. It might mellow it out. Really, I think it might.
That's what I was thinking.
It's probably
Find out now.
I'm just glad you're not getting sick.
There's a little bit of that bite. Actually, I'm picking up. It's almost like a buttery, like Ritz cracker flavor in that chew. Cool. All right. What the cheese has done for the barley wine. First off, the barley wine, what it did for the cheese was it washed away that salt, which was good. What the cheese did to the barley wine was it brought out an intense alcohol flavor with grain. It was like grain alcohol. So you get the graininess. Like I said, there's kind of that grainy malt at first with a kind of like sweet, like caramel toffee bread note. But it just basically took out that grain flavor with alcohol. So grain alcohol is what it ended up doing for the barley wine.
Well,
so I'm gonna eat some more of this and drink on some more of this and figure out where this is all gonna land.
Right on. Wow, that was exciting.
Yeah. Man.
Thanks, Bumpy. All right.
Seriously, I thought you were gonna get the trash can out and go, okay, I'm done. But yeah, the being in home brewing and stuff, I really want to get into cheese making too, because that's the next step, So yeah, I really it's kind of wild that you actually like that, Bumpy. It's cool. Anyway, so tonight I got kind of a surprise here. Not the beer. The beer's a homebrew pale ale. It's a 5.5%. And this was from a 10-gallon batch. And I know how Beer Man likes his stats and everything. So this was made with 20 pounds of 2-row US and a pound and a half of Crystal 40. So just enough to give it some color and caramel flavor. And the hops in here, the bittering hops is Columbus hops, 1 ounce at 60, and El Dorado a half ounce at 20, and Cascade 1 ounce at 10 minutes. So nice round hop flavor where at the end it's got a really nice sweetness from the El Dorado and the Cascade hops. So yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
I want it's malt forward. It's got a nice bitterness. This thing came out to a bitterness of 37.4. So it wasn't quite where I wanted it. Next time I'll do just a little bit more on the bittering to get it up there. But it is really smooth, goes down very well. 5.5%. It's a little bit over session, but it's good enough to sip on. I've had a couple of these tonight, and just sipping through is really good. So yeah, it goes down pretty good. It's got really good lacing. Usually I put carafils in it and it'll really hold the head retention really well. From the keg, it pours up nice head. It stands for about 2 minutes and it's gone. Just enough effervescence to keep the head floated up, so it kind of pumps itself up a little bit. So cheers.
Cool.
Cheers.
Looks really looks great in the glass.
What was that?
Looks great.
Sure
Looks
does.
great in the glass. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's really
Okay, so
The vida.
my wife ordered Mexican tonight, and I'm going perfect because the only thing I had in the fridge was Munster cheese. Need to go to the store and get some more cheese. So I have not even tried this, and this is from a place called Costa Vida. And I'm going, that'd be perfect. Little, we haven't done queso on here, I don't think. Have we, Beer Man?
Nope. No, not at all.
So this is sat for a little bit, so I'll probably have to get a chip to stir it up with. But it's still warm. It's got a little top on it, which is okay. We'll just call that blue cheese.
Keep up, Brian.
So
Okay.
it looks a little Velveeta-ish with a bunch of spices in it. You can see some floaties in there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and try this.
Is it possible they make it with Velveeta cheese there, Brian? Or you don't know?
It actually
No.
tastes like it.
Okay.
Really? Oh.
It's very sweet.
killing.
Oh God, what is that really sweet white cheese?
Well,
Cream juice?
Gouda.
cream cheese?
It could be, it could be one of those white cheeses that's really sweet that they added in here as well.
Queso fresco.
Yeah. queso
Yeah.
fresco. So that's what's in there. It tastes like it has Velveeta, that, and they spiced it up with like a Rotel, and they added some Mexican spices in there. So it's not bad. I mean, it needs to be a little bit warmer, but let me grab another bite here.
Hey, Brian, do you think they make it with Velveeta cheese, or you think they make their own cheese, but they put Velveeta in it as well?
It tastes like they got some good cheddar in there, a good mixture of cheddar, but you get that Velveeta, that smoothness from the Velveeta. If you ever had Velveeta and Rotel,
Yes, it's good.
it's kind of the base. There's queso fresco in there, but it's really sweet. So let's go ahead and get a smaller chip here, and
All right.
we'll do the mix. It's not bad. I mean,
Let's get another beer. I've drunk mine.
really brings the bitterness out on the pale ale. Nice. Really brings it up in the cheeks. You know how you get that IPA bitterness that kind of gets your cheeks and the back of your tongue?
Yeah.
Really brings that forward.
Awesome. Works with it.
It kind of cancels out the sweet maltiness because it's already sweet in the cheese. But, yeah, it really complements itself. Or together, I should say. It really complements each other. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good. So let me get my thoughts together and we'll come back.
Sweet, man. I'm gonna go to this screen for a second. Nice, dude. That's I'm glad you brought that on. I was looking at some of these other weird cheeses and trying to find stuff, and I just keep doing repeats and then mixing different beers. But yeah, was it spicy? I didn't hear that. I didn't know if you said it had some spice to it, right? Chilies.
It has a little bit of spice that they tried to put in here, but it's pretty much sweet cheese forward. I mean, it's one of those cheeses that you put out on the table where your whole family could eat it, even the young kids, and it's very comfortable for them to eat. Very mild. So they did a really good job on it. It's just, it's been sitting for a little bit. It's got a little cold. It'd be really good if it was warmed up the way it's supposed to be. So
I like that it complements, though. That's good. Sometimes you get the ones that contrast, and they go good with it. But then when you get the complementing ones, it's even better. I think it's kind of nice to see both worlds work. So right on, cool.
Cheers, beer man. Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, thank you. So we got, if I can figure all this stupid crap out, we got Whisky Scout up. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And you got a Rod J shirt on. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone check out Rod J Beer Adventures. And, of course, everyone on the panel. So, I know.
Yes, Rod J's always a good time.
Oh yeah.
What I have, I've already cut open the package, but I have a mango habanero Gouda from Red Apple. It just says Red Apple Cheese. I bought it at it was in Brahms. Brahms has their own little part of it. They sell all kinds of a few things that like milk and stuff like that, cheeses and stuff. It sounded good, so I couldn't pass up on it. It's I don't know. It's I've been eating on it, of course. I had some 2 nights ago just to try it, and the first time I tried, I didn't get much of the habanero. But tonight I've kind of ate quite a bit by now, and so finally starting to sense the habanero on it. And it's not that hot though. Don't think it's hot or nothing.
I have done that one before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Breckenridge Brewery Fine Colorado Ales Oatmeal Stout, which I'm sure Thrash is familiar with.
Yeah, I got the banner right behind me.
Yeah.
And I'm not, Robert, I'm familiar, not with that beer itself, but I am familiar with that brewery because I've drank a couple of their beers.
Yeah, Breckenridge makes good beers.
Yes,
5%,
oh, yeah.
5% alcohol by volume. And everything points to Gouda and stouts going together. Now, last time I did a stout beer with cheese, I didn't care for the results. So we're going to see if tonight's going to be any different.
Gouda is Gouda.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So pours rather nicely. We got a finger and a half head on it. It's got a nice spongy, foamy look to it. You get the dark roasted malts, get the coffee. Coffee comes straightforward on this one. That's mainly what I'm getting. Maybe a little chocolate, but mostly it's coffee. And it doesn't say it's oatmeal. It doesn't say it. They use coffee in it anywhere that I could find on the bottle anyway, but I didn't check it out on the website, so I don't know. But it just says rich, soft, and dark roasted, but it definitely has a coffee note. Yeah. Coffee, dark chocolate. Brings that oatmeal, that slickness you get with oatmeal in the oatmeal beers, that mouthfeel. You definitely get that. Personally, I never get the oat taste that I can recall. It's just always mainly in the mouth feels how I perceive it. Yeah. All right, that's the beer. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's actually for 5%er, it drinks rather well. I mean, it's kind of low for a stout for me, though.
Okay. Absolutely.
Cheese. The mango comes through very well on this. You get the creaminess, a little bit of that nuttiness that Gouda gives you. Then the mango. The mango is the main thing. Then there's a earthy, slight vegetal note that kicks in, and that's that habanero on it. It's just ever so bit of a spice tingle on your tongue, and it's not. Don't think heat anyway. It's just more just like if you pour black pepper on your tongue, that sensation you would get from that. With nothing else, that's the most you perceive on it. But the vegetal notes on it from the habanero actually work well with the mango. I wouldn't call mango a citrus, very citrusy, but
is there a sweetness?
I'm sorry?
Is there a sweetness from the mango?
Yes, that's
okay.
Yes, that's good. Thank you, Thrash. I was struggling trying to think, how can I put this? Because it's not citrusy, but it's like an apple, but it's not an apple. It's definitely the mango flavor. Yes, there is a sweetness. That's a good word. Thank you. I enjoy so far. I got to think on this. You don't have to come back around.
No problem. Yeah.
This
All
is
right.
going to require some thought.
Sounds real complex.
Is it working better with your stout though? Just as a
Right now, no.
oh, okay. All right, man.
I love
All right,
stout, but so far, stouts with cheese just does not. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you need a real robust cheese to work with. So I think.
Something to break through it. Yeah.
Try Limburger.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
followed what the guidelines that Thrash sent out that time. The cheeses. You go to Gouda. It says aged Gouda, but you go to Gouda and it goes over to stout. I thought, well, I wanted to try the Rodenbach with it, the Grand Cru, but I thought maybe that's too much red wine ale notes on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You almost have to think potency of the cheese, potency of the beer, what's going to break through what, and almost skip out what people say on the web. It's like, oh, this cheese ain't going to go, whatever. It didn't go good for you who wrote this article. It might have gone good for someone else, though.
Yeah, he might like it. I can't say nothing about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll give you my honest thoughts when we get back around.
Cool, man. Right on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Whiskey. Oh, yeah. Craig, man. Kent Beer Reviews. Welcome, and thanks for being here, man. It is all your turn.
Awesome, Craig.
Thanks for having me. I always appreciate it.
No problem.
I was meaning to join last week, but then I ended up crashing now. I got the cheeses for last week. I had a couple, one I'm having now and another one, and I got to my time got 11:45. I'm like, I was gone. So it is what it is. I'm kind of at the end of the beer. I was just sopping away. So I'll probably do it with this, and then when you come back round, I've got another beer because it'll be gone by then, kind of thing. So I'm almost between beers. So what I'm going to do, it's the same brewery. It's the same brewery as well. So it's not. It's just a different beer. So it's a fairly. I think it's a gypsy brewery in London called No Heroes Brewing, and this is their puffin can. Awesome artwork. If you're into natural history, these guys are pretty much all of their beers are.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
It's a little bit kind of crappy with the light because it's just the way it is. But so it's a Quebec IPA. Yeah, it's really good. 6.5. It's brewed with we've got here Vos Quebec, which is the yeast strain. Yeah, puffin. And then hopped with Simcoe, Equinox, and Eldorado, and Comet. So it's got a lot of hop varietals in it. As I said, I've only got a little bit left. So I'll do a quick rundown on this one before we get on to the cheese. Yep. No, carry. Yep.
Is that a shrink wrap label on the can, or is it printed on the can itself? Is it like screen printed
it's
on
actually
the can?
It is actually a label, but it's a transparent label on a silver can.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, it's not shrink wrap. I will get these labels off. That was awesome. So
hell yeah.
The beer, I say, I've nearly finished it now, but it's very it's a slight haziness to it. It's like a very light orange. Try and get a bit of light. So you kind of that kind of thing. Obviously, at the stage of where it is now in the the glass, it's kind of any kind of heads dissipated. It was like a one finger white head when I started. So on the aroma, it's very kind of grapefruit. I'd say grapefruit piffiness, even at this stage towards the end of the drink kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's got that. There is a certain kind of there's a certain flavour I find with Quebec yeast. It's more of a not being a home brewer or anything, more of a drinker of these kind of beers with that yeast strain in. It's got more of a not funkiness even. It's quite strong, more but very kind of consistent with any of the beers I've had that kind of that yeast in. It's quite unique. It's one of them ones you once you've tried it, you kind of get what I'm kind of going on about. Trying to explain it though is very difficult. But apart from that, it's got some lovely grapefruit kind of notes, citrusy, sort of zesty, very, very kind of very light as well, easy drinking. So the cheese then I'm going to be pairing with this beer and the one I'll show you later is just a standard Applewood, which is a smoked, as you can see. It says that all the stuff that I'm getting on it be used for cooking, melting, or just nibbling. Which I mean, I've got that much left, so I've literally had 3/4 of it since I come on air. So that gives you an idea of what I think of it. So yeah, we go. We got that. We'll try the cheese on its own then first. But yeah, I've gone for a nice old chunk here. So first thing you get then, it's very creamy, but it's got like a slight spice edge to it. Apart from the obvious smoke, which is like the main feature. Creaminess. And then it's got like I don't know what spice I'd use. Maybe a paprika or something along them kind of lines. Just so moorish. So, I mean, depends.
Nope.
Hello? Pepper. Hello?
Oh no!
Greg?
Give it a second.
Yeah.
You might be
give it a
buffering.
second.
Ferris
Oh no!
or is
Craig.
it Bueller?
I mean,
Bueller.
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 Oh, Craig, what's up?
Oh, Craig, I'm sorry, man. Shoot.
Well, if he comes
Okay,
back,
how about we do this? When we come back around, you got you another beer. You said you were going to pair with that, so we'll just let us know what you think about what you have here, and then go with it. There you go. I don't know what happened there. I didn't do a thing.
Greg. Not answering.
Can't hear you, Alex.
This is funny. All right. Right.
Hey,
so Murphy Beer said
I'm
there's
cracking up right now. Okay, sorry.
So it might be his internet. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
it probably is his internet.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, we're getting on the hour here, so I think we might have to go with the Bumpy algorithm or the rhythm of what he did on the multi yesterday. So next time that worked out.
Yeah, but legendary beer man, don't you enjoy doing this though? Even though it does take an hour or two. I mean,
Oh, I
yes,
don't
we should
mind
do
going
the
2 hours, to be quite honest. I mean, I don't care, but just to make things pass through, you know. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and go. We'll go to me. Let me go. Fuck if I can fit it. It's like you go over the 3 dots and it goes away. Here we go. Okay. It's like when I was a web designer, you had to have the clickable areas coded in to be perfectly over the click area. But here, they seem to have made the clicking area down below the 3 dots. So it's like you got to like hover until you finally figure it out. All right, so let's go to the chat very quick here. I'm going to start with Jeremy. We got last beer review show I was on. He was talking about muting all you guys while the person goes solo. I'm laughing, of course. Mercy Beers, cheers, man. Thanks for being here. Big wind and rain in the UK, so might be his internet. Okay.
You safe, people.
Shit, I've lost everything that was going on. We will never know how great Craig's beer is.
Right?
He should be back on.
Beer man, what's wrong with his internet on the UK?
They were having some weather there, so it's probably like a general like thing going on. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay.
He's not
Yeah.
dead or anything.
The accent knocked him off.
Until I hear the score and get Michael to put in his book.
God.
Listen, hey, dude.
You're awesome.
Oh my
Keep
God.
it up, man.
I guess, let me swing this down.
He's swinging it down. It's beer time.
It's beer time.
Beer.
Oh,
It's beer, man. To get on the beer. I know it.
So,
And water.
wow, turned up at the end so we can hear the bird when you burp.
Hey, beer man, while you getting all your stuff together there, make sure you send me an email with your address.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, that'll be done.
Shaving the cheese.
Is that like a little cleaver?
I forgot to open this. Damn it.
Is that like a little cleaver? A little cheese cleaver. Dude.
I get your fingers. I get your fingers.
Oh, beer man, you are a trip, my brother.
I am. I've done
That's a drink.
too many psychedelics in my time, man. I just, so, but I've got, so I have a French Brie again by Boar's Head. I've had this before. I'm going to eat it through the mold because I like the mold with it. It's great. Nice buttery cheese. I mean, I've had this before, but we'll review it. And what I've done here is I was liking how the sours go, and this isn't really totally sour, more of a tarty tart, but Gouda, it's a holy Gouda. I figured I'd try it with a buttery cheese and see how well that goes. So let's try the cheese first.
Beer man, did you just say you're gonna bite into it with the mold, or is that?
I
just
am.
what I'm hearing?
I'm biting into it with the mold. I love the mold flavors. I love.
Oh, okay.
Gives it that little character that you're looking for in a French Brie or a Brie in general. I think personally, but
Well, I thought mold wasn't good for you. That's why I thought maybe you can't eat cheese with mold.
You just eat mushroom.
good.
Don't eat blue cheese then. That's all.
Yeah, don't do that. There's
My
a
throat's closing up.
oh, it's salty, very salty, buttery, salty, milky,
Try it.
and then very moldy. Like the mold is, it's not moldy tasting. It's just a nice, a rubbery kind of feel. Your teeth kind of like they penetrate through it. It's like, nah, nah, nah. And then you get to the butter, and it's like nice. So no, I like the texture of it. Is what I'm saying. Very salty, soft, very soft cheese. I mean, you put your finger on there and you get a little residue off from it. I mean, I already stuck. Almost bit my finger off right now.
Oh my God, beer man, come on now! Don't bite your finger off, my brother.
But it's very salty, and Gozas have salt in them, so this might complement.
Or it might be overly salty.
Or it could be.
I don't know. I might compliment it. Big time.
So it says the proper beer glass is a Pilsner glass or a tulip or actually a flute. Or not a flute, I mean stang. Yeah.
Stang.
I need to order some of those. I gotta get some.
Yeah, and then make us order some too.
Oh man.
All right, let's see what this beer looks like.
You can go on stangit.com.
Stang in it.
Which Anderson Valley is that?
This is the Holy Gouda Ale. And I didn't even tell I didn't say anything about this. Anderson Valley is they're out of Boonville, California, Northern California. 4.2% alcohol by volume. It says the Kimmy, the Yink, and the Holy Ghost Ale. So, and I've got my dad was complimenting on me on my little like Jew curls and stuff. I have like these little little things I can bring down and be all
Kind of Amish.
Yeah. So a good beer, a good looking beer. I mean, the head's poured it probably a finger. It's actually keeping quite well. Let's go for the smell nose. It's very it's got that tang. It actually has kind of a like a candy watermelon-y kind, not watermelon, like more of a melon, like a, I don't know, fruity. It's very fruity. No, fruity. Fruity. It's not, it's just, it's got like a salty, it's got the salty. You get kind of a salty feel in those when you're smelling it. The fruits though, what is that fruit? I guess it's more of like a apricot apple or something. It's weird. It's very strange to. Anyway, so the head lace. The head went down. It's a very effervescent beer. It's dull. It's actually pretty. It's pretty dull. It's. I guess you can call it hazy. I guess to some extent. It's going up in bursts though. It's going up in nice bursts, like effervescent bursts of fast rising bubbles. It's a yellow hay color. It's a very golden color. Just real dull and murky looking. All right, cheers. Going for the taste. Cheers.
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 So this is one. Okay, this is one that is not flavored, but I was getting like more of a berry. I guess I was getting kind of a blackberry maybe or something. But this is tasting more like kombucha, kind of that tart, tangy kombucha, apple cider vinegar kind of esque feel to it. Very nice, dry, kind of a dry finish in the back, a medium finish. The body is a medium finish, I guess. Finish. A medium body. Mouth feels very nice. It's very clingy on the mouth. It really sticks to the mouth, really runs through every little particle of your mouth and lets everything taste everything that it can before it actually dries off. It's quite a nice beer. Let me get some cheese on this. I don't know who's calling me now. It's one of those stupid people from the political program.
Oh, beer man.
All right. Decline. I don't take that call.
Yeah.
Salty, egg-like, like an egg flavor.
Eggs and cheese. Omelet.
Wow.
The apple cider goes away and then brings in kind of like this weird kind of tangy cidery vinegar like feel though still, but the appley kind of feel goes away. It kind of smothers the fire, so to say. It's a very smothering cheese, a very soft smothering, soft, lovely, delicate cheese that's just very smothering. Very nice. I like it a lot. I got my thoughts on this, and I'm going to go around. We got quite a few people to go through, so I got a lot of time to think about this. Very, very happy with this, actually. That egginess is a little weird. The sulfur. There's sulfur in the cheese, actually, not the beer. It's weird.
That's weird.
All right. So let's go. I'm going to leave it small.
Jeremy.
Kind of go around.
What's up, Jeremy V?
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, Peter D now. What's up, Peter?
I'm not calling Robert anymore.
You gotta check out Peter D if you haven't already. This guy cracks me the fuck up, man. He is one funny dude. So please subscribe to that dude.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. Milky's coming out of my cheese. All right, go ahead.
All right, so my turn here for your beer, man.
Yeah.
Shoy Inley Judgy. All right, we got the you can't even see any, but there is pepper jack and there is some jalapenos in said cheese. I'm pairing it with that Flannel Friday Hoppy Amber Ale, 5.7%, 35 IBUs. Let me try that cheese again and give you my final thoughts here. Okay, so I wrote a little bit of notes, and I think they're accurate here. So the beer does not have any upfront sweet, or loses the upfront sweetness once I paired it with this pepper jack cheese. More of a nuttiness is coming out in place of that upfront sweetness from the beer, and more bitterness is also coming out of the beer once paired with that cheese. There's, like with your beer and a couple of other people's beers, the saltiness came out a little bit more from the cheese. The beer is actually very, very clean, and it works extremely well to clean the palate of all spice and saltiness from the cheese. There's nothing that's really clashing here at all. I really think that there is also a little bit of a spiciness. I don't know if that's coming from hops or some of these malts, but it works very nicely with the spiciness of the cheese. And again, nice carbonation and nice maltiness and good enough hot presence to clear out the palate, again, without going too overboard in any one way or the other. I think this is a really good pairing. I would like to see what a Marzen or like an Oktoberfest with that even cleaner lager yeast would do for the pairing. But so far for the Flannel Friday mixed with the pepper jack cheese, I got to go at least a 90. Let's go 94 out of 100. Yeah, I am not disappointed.
Awesome.
Thomas Metal 75 channel of YouTube. Check me out there, Masters of Beer Reviews. I'm on Monday with Bumpy Road, sometimes Tuesdays here with Beer Man, Wednesday Wild Card and Beer Chugs and Food Fridays. Check us out with Alex. Bam.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much.
Got it.
Oh, that's great. That's a good score, man. Damn.
94 is good.
All right. Oh yeah.
Shit.
All right, Miscellaneous, what you got?
All right. So it's gonna be sweet and to the point. Cheese. That was the worst cheese I've had from that brand.
Yikes.
Didn't get any wine Merlot notes out of it. I honestly wouldn't recommend buying it. If you wanted to taste something that tastes like that, I'd just say buy you some Asiago or some Parmesan. Cheese, I'm gonna score it low. I'm gonna give it an 80. That may be actually doing it a favor, but it's not the best. The beer, the Trooper by Robinson's and Iron Maiden collab. This beer was not as robust as I thought it was going to be. For an ESB, or supposed to be a strong bitter, absolutely wasn't, in my opinion. I've had way more bitter beers that are not styled on being a bitter beer. So, boy, my thoughts on the taste of this beer, it warmed up a little bit, and I did get a little bit more of the hop action, but this, in my opinion, honestly tastes like homebrew. Like, it doesn't taste like something that's mass produced. It tastes more like a small batch style. It's just kind of lackluster, just wasn't hitting the mark. So I think on Beer Advocate they scored it a 76. For what the style is, wouldn't be a good score. The beer was pleasant, though. I mean, you did get light floral hoppy notes. It just wasn't that bam that I was expecting. So I'm going to score the beer at an 85. And the overall pairing, I think I'll go with an 85 as well. This was not the day.
on my chart that wins it at average.
Nothing fancy by any means. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to get more into these ESBs, and I'm gonna try some more because this was not what I was looking for.
It's funny because the English bitter and the ESBs are not even really, by definition, actually like bitter hoppy beers at all.
No.
Well, I mean, they're kind of like pale ales to below pale ales.
Yeah.
Well,
I
don't know. I've had
yeah.
macro pale ales that have more flavor than that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I didn't care for that either. I've had it.
It's just not a great beer.
I had their Pilsner. Their Pilsner didn't rate very high either with me. I mean, it wasn't. It was a Trooper Pale. I mean, or a Pilsner, and it just didn't. It didn't have. It's like they. It was all for the artwork and the name, For the
pretty much. I think that was the sell.
Nice.
But anyways, cool can. I'll put it on the shelf.
Heck yeah.
Hey man, we live and learn. This is how we figure it out.
I don't know.
Like I said before the show, after drinking that beer, don't give up.
I'm gonna try a few different ones for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely gonna.
I think Red Hook puts out. They have one of my favorite ESPs, Red Hook Brewery.
Yeah, that's a good one. I really like that. That's a good one. Cool, man. I got so Thrash. Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't really have any. I don't have any plugs.
Yeah, you
man.
got. All right. All right, Thrash Metal Man. It's all you, man. What's your thoughts?
Oh, okay, so I went ahead and took the dip up there because it was pretty much getting real gloppy, but it was pretty good cheese. I mean, you reheat it, it's gonna be good. It's in the fridge. I'll be reheating it tomorrow, having it with the chips. Nothing bad with it. The pale ale. The only lackluster thing on my homebrew is that I wish it was just a little bit more bitter because the pale ales that I make fall in line right behind a really good IPA, and it just isn't quite there. And it does have the malt forwardness in it, and the beer itself will rate probably I'm going to say a 92.
Nice.
And I've been brewing this beer for a while. It's just I was trying some different hops this time, and it just didn't quite hit the numbers I was looking for. So 92 on the beer. The cheese itself, it was order food for drop off. It was already kind of cold by the time I got to it. Really good cheese. After eating it, you could taste a bit of jalapeno and a little bit of cilantro and a little lime juice in there too. That after I was eating a few chips with it, they started to come through. They balanced each other out really good. Brought the bitterness out in the beer. Cheese scores with me probably a 95. For takeout cheese is really good. Sweet though, it's really sweet. I can't eat too much of it. I would add actually some jalapeno or habanero or something to it, but it's more or less for the restaurant table for a family, so it doesn't burn the kids' mouths up, when they're eating chips and stuff waiting for their food. So the cheese, 95 together. We'll just go ahead and split that in half, and we'll do 93 and a half on the whole thing.
Nice.
If I was to have any other types of beers with that cheese, I would go with like an Oktoberfest, very sweet maltness in the Oktoberfest, or I was thinking about doing this one with it tonight, the Elysian Night Owl. Very good. Ale. That would round it off because of the sweetness, all the sweetness in the cheese. I think it would really balance out the pumpkin in the ale. So, cheers, guys.
Cool.
Nice, man. Oh, that's great. Oh yeah, dude. Thank you.
And pumpkin beer.
All right. Oh, what's tell us about your what's your flair? What's your thing?
I've been on call for the past week, so I haven't been able to put anything out for like a couple weeks. So after I get off of on call, I'll be on vacation. So we're gonna get some videos going, doing some barbecue, do a homebrew. I got a homebrew session with a couple of the guys that I work with. So we'll be doing that on Sunday. So I'll be doing some filming of that, and I'll put a thing together. There's 3 of us that are just full-time homebrewers that we love to brew, and I'll get something out on that, and then get back to Dealer that Alex likes to see, a horse named Dealer, on the horse rescues, and just keep going down that road. And awesome. I got some parts in. I got to fix a couple computers, a couple disk drives and stuff, so that'll be coming up. I'll get some filming done on the retro stuff. So stay tuned. I mean, stuff's coming. It's just a matter of having time to get it done. So
time to do it, yeah.
Speaking of Dealer, Brian, this has nothing to do with Dealer, but I want to ask you, can you talk to these homebrewer guys and do a homebrew live stream so we can all hang out?
No, not during this one, because it's one of those we're all just blowing steam off. So
private party.
Yeah, kind of we're gonna
unless you show up there
and talk about naked chicks or something. Who knows? I mean, do everything but talk about work. That's about
What
it.
did you say?
That's what I'm saying, Brian. I don't mind meeting them.
Yeah, you stream it on RedTube.
No, I'm going over to someone else's house. So when I come over, when I'm brewing on my big system, I'll probably do a brew day then, and we'll all have a good time.
Right, I understand.
Yeah,
you're at someone's house. I thought it was at your house. Sorry about that. I didn't know.
No, it's at a
so now I know.
Usually I'm helping
Okay.
everybody out. So get their beers.
Well, that's okay, Brian. You have a good heart. You have a good heart, Brian, and that's what I like about you. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, Brian's a cool dude, man. All right, all right, man. Bumpy Road, man. It's all you. What's your thoughts?
Well, I'll start off with the beer. As far as barley wines go, it was decent. I'm gonna score it an 89 out of 100. It's gonna land it in the good range. Definitely better barley wines out there from multiple breweries. I've actually made a better homebrew barley wine than this one years ago, but only 50% of them were better. The other 50% were absolute shit. They were bottle conditioned, so it was like kind of like I don't know if I want to give this to you or not. It might be good, it might be bad type deal. But yeah, so but an 89 for this one. Overall, I was pleased with it. I would venture out and find other barley wines over this from Kettlehead. They had Tilton. It's their ghost town. For the most part, just drinking the beer itself, 11%. I mean, it's there. You can tell it's a big beer from the get-go when you're just getting the aromas and stuff. The alcohol really didn't seem to shine through until I had the cheese. And the extreme saltiness of that cheese and whatever seemed to really enhance the alcohol notes in the barley wine. So the beer and cheese pairing itself, I'm gonna give it an 80 out of 100, which is 4. And let's move on to the cheese, which I don't. If you guys want to know what cheese it was when I presented it at the beginning because it's already in my trash can. I already threw it away.
Oh damn!
It was
Blue cheese.
All right. No. I already stated that I don't like blue cheese. I used to like blue cheese when I was a kid, but I don't like blue cheese. Freaking strange thing about this was I wish it was more like the other blue cheeses I used to eat. And more blue cheesy and footy and just funky, weird notes instead of the extreme sodium. It was like one of those salt licks that shaped in like a bell form so cows can come up and start licking it. That's what it was like. It was so sodium rich. That's why I didn't like the cheese. It had nothing to do with like the blue mold stuff growing in it. The weird footy toe jam funkiness. I wish there was more of that and less salt. It was just so salty. It was gross. That's basically all the cheese was eating a block of salt.
Oy.
It's in the trash. It's in the trash. I tried to even keep eating. I ate a little slivers. Those. I finally said, why do you keep doing this to yourself, Jesse? It's just stop. Just go throw this out now. Stop looking at it and throw it out. And that's what I did finally. And I'm proud of myself for throwing it away.
And the beer didn't clench it down?
No, I mean the beer took away the saltiness, but the problem was the cheese was making the beer just taste like grain alcohol. The cheese itself was starting to ruin the beer.
That sounds
and that's
terrible.
why I still put that into like a poor range of a pairing. Because I don't think anything could really pair with that cheese. There's nothing out there that could pair with that cheese.
Yikes.
So, I mean, I could have had a Coca-Cola and it would have ruined the Coca-Cola.
All right. You win some, you lose some.
So there you go. That's that. Yeah.
Wow.
Try the stankiest beer next time. Get like a real bad wild Belgian, like nasty.
I'm not. I'm never picking that. I know what cheese it is.
I bet
In my
that
trash can.
2014 beer I had last night that
I'm
was a
gonna
little rancid would have went real good.
I'm gonna say get that dollar beer that Whisky Scout had.
Man, we got
Good
Siegfried,
night,
man. What's up, Siegfried? Cheers, man. Siegfried's a great like organ player, man. He plays some good shit, man.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You gay?
Anyway, hold on, man. All right, here we go. All right, no, it's all you. Yeah. It's all you. Sorry, I was trying to get with the.
That's okay, legendary beer man. That's okay, brother. The cheese with the beer was good, but I would give the cheese an 85 because it's not the cheeses that I would like to eat for these kind of things. I'm hoping one Tuesday or next few Tuesdays or whatever, I'll get a cheese that will be delish. But I know for a fact that the beer was really good with the cheese. I really like the beer better than the cheese. It was very juicy, very dank. Kind of had a little orangey taste too. I was trying to taste a little bit too, but I like it. I would get this beer again. Very tasty beer. Matter of fact, I'll probably drink another, not another one of these, but another one of these beers to drink off air with you guys. I'll let you know how I think about that because I'm looking forward to trying that. So, but this beer here is very good. The cheese, 85. The beer, a 95. So almost world class because I like the taste. I like these dank, juicy, based New England beers. I love them. But believe it or not, but what I showed earlier, it was hazy, but it wasn't. It was somewhat close to the New England IPA.
Yeah.
But it wasn't exactly the New England IPA that I'm thinking of would be like juice, like not. It was juicy, but I'm talking about like it would look like an orange juice kind of look. It was hazy enough to a point, but it was a little bit lighter compared to a New England IPA. But it's close. It was close. It was close.
Nice.
But thanks to Bumpy and Brandon and Trish, I enjoy these New England IPAs. Love them. They're just like heaven to me. So
very tasty.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could bring you to heaven.
Yeah, I love you, Bumpy. If you can get Life in the Clouds double IPA, please do. A double dry hop IPA, please do. It's a very good beer. It's the first time I've ever had these beers, but they're very good.
Oh man, y'all got me.
Hey, beer man, I'm glad to make you laugh, my brother. I appreciate you.
You're great, brother. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Alex. Whiskey, brother. It's all
the cheese, I'll give a 90. I like the cheese. I like that mango flavor in it. It's good. This stuff here, as it warms up, it turns downright nasty. I like stouts, and I do stout Sunday, and I have to admit, when it's cold, it's drinkable. But this stuff warms up, and I don't understand. It loses all the roasty.
But Legendary Robert, it's supposed to taste really delish towards the end. It's not supposed to be bad.
When the stout warms up, a good stout when it warms up is decent. Okay, but this is not. This is that 5%.
We're done GHP.
I'm going to give the stout. I'm going to give it. It's drinkable when it's cold. As long as you get it cold, it's very drinkable. It warms up, it's not very good. I'm going to give it an 83. I'm going to settle on an 83. Maybe I'm spoiled because I've had a lot of good stouts, but I can't do that. Together, I still don't like stouts and cheese. I'm sorry. They don't work together for me. Together, I'll never do it again. So it's 50. I mean, this cuts together. I just can't. I can't. No, it's sorry. I ate the cheese, and I still got about a quarter of the beer left, and I'm just not going to finish it. I'll be brutally honest.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Anyway, and as far as
Robert,
coming up, I let Bumpy pick my whiskey. I just got to get the video shot and done and edited. I haven't got around to it yet.
Nice.
Hey,
I
Robert,
got to make sure I watch
you.
that when you put it up. 'Cause I picked it.
I have a suggestion for you, Robert. Can you put a little bit one of your whiskeys in that beer and see what it tastes like? Just a little bit.
No,
He doesn't want to ruin it that
Oh,
way.
you gotta have the right kind of beer to do a Boilermaker.
no.
I'm trying to help Robert out here, but he.
I might not help
You see all those bottles of liquor? He don't need no help.
I'm good, Alex.
Robert.
I'll
I'm
dump it.
sorry,
out.
Robert, but you bought
Putting it in
you
there.
bought the
Make
beer.
yourself a
thought
cup of
the beer-
coffee and pour that beer into the coffee. I'm
Oh.
sure it'll be a lot better.
Everybody's got a different opinion on how to rate beers, and not every beer is going to be gold 100s out of 100 all the time. It
No,
matters.
Well,
Too many
no,
beers out there.
what I'm saying is,
Too many
guys,
assholes.
what I'm saying is, if I
Sure.
don't like something, I put whiskey in the beer to make it taste
Whoa,
better.
I've never
That's
seen you
why
do
I
that,
don't.
Alex.
Sorry.
I've tried
That's
that,
not-
Alex. Alex, beer ruins a whiskey. A whiskey never makes a beer.
Well, I don't know. Fix it for me.
You kind of
Fix it
understand
for
why.
me. I'm sorry, Robert. I have a different palate. I'm sorry, Robert, but I have a different palate. I don't know. Tastes good.
When I used to put the whiskey in my beer, it was kind of just like a little, just to jazz up the ABV. That was about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to get a little mini pitcher, and I get me a double shot.
That was all the reason why I drank hard liquor, was just to kind of pep it up a bit.
You see,
Instead of
why
drinking so
waste
much
it?
beer.
Oh no, but you don't use good liquor. to
Why
drink.
waste it in the beer?
Oh God.
No, you
Oh,
drink
God,
it separately. You just drink a shot. Okay, good. All right, we're pepped up. Now I got a beer here. Okay, another hour, I'll have another shot.
That's really good.
Well, I'm sorry, Robert. I just was trying to help you out. You don't need my help, but I was just.
No, I'm all right.
giving you an idea of something.
You guys are great, man. No,
I
it's all
don't
good.
do that, Alex. It's just not me.
Well,
Not
let me
your
get
style.
mine in,
I
and
give
then
you
we'll
some
go. We'll cut this.
Okay.
All right. So, flan, if any of you had flan,
Ooh.
like an egg, kind of egginess, salty egg, cow milky with the cheese. The beer was very berry-like, and aside from the cheese, very berry-like. Raspberry came out to me. Apple cider vinegar, kombucha-like, tart and smooth feel, good on the palate. It was nice. With the beer and cheese, it was a tinny black olive came out, cream cheese, tart, sour raspberry with the beer. For the cheese alone, I'd give it a 95. For the beer, I'd give it a 95. And overall, I'd give it a 96. The creamy cow milkiness and saltiness worked well with the tartness and complemented more or less. It was real nice. It actually, I don't know, it just went well with it. I liked the saltiness with the salty beer. I thought it was the raspberry really, I think I was trying to figure out the fruit, and it was raspberry for sure. So, cool. Yeah, I hope it's raspberry. Someone might have a different opinion. But again, opinions are like assholes, and everyone has one. So,
Yeah.
but
You've been talking like my old drill sergeant.
But today, Beer and Cheese Tuesday and Wednesdays are my lives, and then just look out for my videos. I try to throw them up. Sometimes I get lazy and just don't put any up. It's just the way it is. But but yeah, that's how it is. Hello. All right, so we had a nice 1.5 hour beer and cheese tasting and conversational hour between us.
Hey, Beer Man, before you sign off, Man, before you sign off, is it okay if I plug my channel real quick? Because for everybody that comes on here,
Of course.
I have Food Fridays with Alex. It's what's it called ice cream cones with stouts this Friday. Everybody mostly on this panel, you will see like Beer Man and everybody. Beer Man is always on every Friday now with me, so you'll see him there. You'll see Eric and everybody that's on here most likely. So 8 o'clock every Friday.
All right.
Oh yeah, awesome, Alex. And if you're not
Thank
subscribed
you, my
to
friend.
Alex, please subscribe to all these awesome dudes, man. Just such a great group here. So we got a great little quorum of people that we hang out with in the back end, and these are a gist of them. So you guys are great. I really appreciate you being here and supporting me in this awesome day of beer and cheese. So I think we had a good time. Hey, it's the Mama Soda. We got Mama Soda. What's up, Mama Soda? Cheers. All right. Good. And Sun City. All right, man. Cheers, man. That's great, man. I gotta put you guys up on the big. Here we go. Hell yeah, dude. Brother, sister. You guys are great, man. Much love, man. So yeah, this has been a longer one, and we'll have to talk about it. I think I liked your mode, how you did it, and we'll have to figure that out. I think it'll go a little quicker, but I don't mind going an hour and a half. Screw it, fuck it, it's all good. But yeah, so no, thank you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and call this. But very good to have the chat here. The chat was great. Bunch of handsome men. See, I mean, freaking Mama Soda's awesome, man. Come on, man. Right on. Thank you so much.
And one chick.
We appreciate that. And what? One chick. And one chick. What? Oh, man.
Make sure your volume's up here, man. Make sure your volume's up.
Oh, yeah, it is. I changed it. Oh, we're teabagging it. Here. Oh, I can't see my tea bag.
Keep it up, Beer Man.
All right, man. All right, we're gonna end this.
Beer Man, you're awesome.
Don't forget to
turn
turn that volume up for the outro.
I did. Mama Soda, thank you so much. I appreciate the super sticker. Thank you, Sun City, Mama Soda. You guys are wonderful, man. Much love from the bottom of my heart. All right, all right, man. You guys, panel, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. All right, we're gonna talk. We'll talk after this. Cheers, guys. Cheers, everyone. It's out. We're done. Much love. All right, so I'm gonna bring me up.
Peace out.
I'll continue to bring discussion.
It didn't work.